sort of take you on a journey that hopefully you won't forget for many years and centuries to come here. Please hit those thumbs up if you can, and of course if you're watching on replay, make sure you of course hit those thumbs up if you haven't done already. This is the first time I'm using this camera here, and welcome to, of course, yes, hello everybody, and welcome here to the live stream here. And of course, yes, already the picture is a little bit on the stolty side, but let's hope it improves as I walk towards a field known as Shannon Field. So let's take a wander down here. The signal may be a bit strange in places. This is the first time I've actually done a walk like this, in particular on this phone here, and I'm going to have to try and raise my voice here if I may, and it is the first time, literally, of course, I'm using it here, and the signal is going from up and down here at this moment of time. So yeah, the camera is a little bit on the jolty side. I don't know whether that's to do with the wind, but it's the first time I'm taking the camera down here. I'm going to go slowly here so that you can actually see what the surroundings is like. So it's not the first time I've actually come down here. I remember these paths here when they were first laid back in the day. Do you know what? Julian said it was really, really cold, and of course, you know, it is kind of freezing. Well, actually, he said it wasn't cold. Sorry, get that right. Of course, Julian said it wasn't cold, but it's a kind of like up and down situation where it's cold, warm in the sunshine, but maybe it's on a hill, and that's why, of course, it's a bit like that. So live here, and as I turn the camera up this way, you will see there is a hill where this gentleman, I don't know, you can see behind the tree there, is walking up there with dogs and all that kind of thing. And I actually remember here many years ago playing tennis here, because tennis is what we use for this area here, although it's not, of course, very convenient to do so now. But what I would say is, of course, tennis probably wouldn't be an option here at the moment. One, we haven't got a tennis net or even cones as we used to use here, and the grass isn't, of course, suitable for us to do tennis there. But of course, you see beautiful trees here. This is what we call the conker tree here, and of course we use this field here named Shannon Field here. And basically what we did is we played football many years ago, and I don't think many people do that now. But yeah, it's even got, of course, a route here, which is useful to know. The run here, instead of the old, of course, COVID signs, if you remember those times, but we don't really want to talk too much about that at this moment of time. But yeah, lovely beautiful trees. They look like Christmas trees, and they have been seen here even last year. I think I remember seeing them. Look how wonderful they are to look at. So yeah, if you're watching live, massive hello to you. And of course, yeah, this is the first time of using this particular camera. I'll probably need a gimbal later on, but yeah, you just don't know when the actual signal is going to go at any time. I'm using, of course, 4G, which enables me to continue to do this kind of walk, and it is the first time I'm using this camera here. I could literally go towards the right there. This is known as the conker tree, as I was talking about, but there's no conkers on it now. So yeah, wherever you are watching, if you're watching on replay, massive hello to you. We haven't seen our first person to tune in yet, which is quite surprising, but there you go. And on the other note, it is not surprising as well, because it is the first time I'm using this camera here. I've literally never used this camera before, and I don't know what it's like at the moment. I'm getting the message that Walk With Me Tim is live. Maybe that's what most people are watching now in Great Yarmouth, and we will be in Great Yarmouth soon, so it all depends on what is going to happen. 5 minutes I've been going on this walk here, and eventually somebody is actually tuning in here. And welcome to the channel. If you are just tuning in, that's my shadow there. Let us know what this signal is like, and it'll be interesting to hear from people to tell us what the signal is like. There is a bin over there. If I zoom in, I'll be able to show you in more depth. There it is over there, just to prove that point there. If anybody wants to say a shout out in the chat, if anyone wants to say hello, test the comments section there. And this is known as Shannon Field, and it's a place where you can take your dogs, and it is a rare place of Haverhill. We are going to be heading towards Easttown Park in just a little, well, just a little shade, actually, because I'll tell you what, Easttown Park has 50 acres of sort of, you know, the actual Easttown Park itself, covering the area of Debenham or something like that. I think it's pronounced that way. But yeah, anyway, yes, I told you the information about it, so of course you'll be able to find out more details when, of course, you see the Facebook page. But yeah, this is the first time of walking along here. Do let us know what the signal's like. It could improve, and of course, if the signal does go, we'll try and refresh at any time. So yeah, it's a lovely, beautiful area. I always like coming here, in particular in the summer. And of course, yeah, the summer always has makings of just, you know, something good. You know, everyone likes the summer, as they say, and some people like the spring as well. My hands are really cold at this moment of time. People are now slowly tuning in. Hello to everyone. Can we get our first thumbs up? Can we get our first comment? And let us know that you are tuning in wherever you are tuning in. And where are you tuned in today? It'd be interesting to hear from you lot out there. So, welcome to the channel. It's lovely and warm here. You can see by the sunshine there. What a beautiful sunset it is over there. It's absolutely brilliant. I haven't got a gimbal, so this is the first time I'm using it without a gimbal here. So maybe that's the next step. You can see the shadow of the bushes there. If you live in this area, it's absolutely brilliant. Coming across Flavian Close. So what I'm going to do is head towards Easttown Park. I don't think the kiosk is open, which is normally open during the April time up to October. So yeah, hello to everybody. Yeah, we're all piling in now, which is nice. So yeah, let me just have a pause for breath for a second. Hello to everyone here in the chat here, wherever you are tuned in here. And of course, I'm heading down a place or an area of Haverhill which is quite unique to some people, but it is Roman Way. And of course, it might have some history about the Romans back in the day. Let me know in the comments again, and see if you can remind me on that particular note. So, yep. Where's all those 3 people that tuned in disappeared to? But yeah, anyway, welcome along to the channel. Yeah, we're seeing the glare of the sunset here. Do let us know in the comments, because it's pretty much new when I have a new camera here. Nobody seems to comment on there, but I'm sure we will get some comments and thoughts later on in the program. But of course, yeah, this is a lovely looking area of Haverhill, which not many people spot or tend to spot. So yeah, if you've never seen Haverhill in your life, do check it out. It's definitely worth it. The wind's getting up here. I haven't actually got a windshield, so of course, yeah, that could happen when we go to the coast. you get a lot of wind coming from the sea. But I'm getting a glare of sunshine at the same time as my hands being cold at the same time. So, hello to everyone. I'm sure there will be some people that will be familiar with us. And don't forget tonight, of course, it will be on replay anyway. TWU Sunday News, which of course goes on for an hour and a half. And we'll probably have a chat about touring with us. And get more of an understanding from some people as well. Maybe there'll be a poll as well. And catch up with the latest news and all that kind of thing, and probably give you the final result of the clash at Wembley today in the League Cup between Liverpool and Chelsea. Not sure which way round it is. It might be Chelsea Liverpool, or might be Liverpool Chelsea. I don't know, but I think it will go to the wire, extra time and penalties perhaps. But there might be a winner before that. I don't know, but yeah, interesting. But that's the League Cup, and we'll probably give you a result of that on the TWU Sunday News tonight at 9 PM if you're able to tune in. So, absolutely brilliant. This is the stop that you would take. Obviously, no services running up here on a Sunday, but of course, this is where you would pick up a bus here. You can see the bus stop here. Not many people use it, but of course there might be the odd one or two that might use it. Of course you can pick it up to go to Bury St Edmunds, and there's another stop over there just to prove that point there. I've pointed that out before. There you go, there you have it. And it is a beautiful place to walk around here, and it's one of those estates that is just very, very quiet. And there's something about it I like, you know. And of course, can we have our thumbs up? That would help us in a great way. And I want to say hello to all the stagecoach bus drivers who may be watching this, possibly live or on the replay. So massive shout out to all of you out there driving on their days of driving, and of course enjoying their 4 days off as well at the same time. So yeah, I'm just walking on the sort of other side of the road, and it's pretty much quiet, so of course I was able to cross over, and that's literally where I just came from here. You can walk on both sides here. It's quite useful to know. You see my casting shadow there? It's very spooky, isn't it? If there's any signal problems, let us know. Of course, because it'd be useful to know, because I can't really see it in full. I only get to see it on my laptop. And if it's good on my laptop, then I know it's good. So, yeah, if you live in this area, of course, why not cherish the moment and remember it? It's not often spoken about, this area of Haverhill, which is quite unusual, really, to be fair. Roman Way. So we're going to be going for about 13 minutes so far since I first started. And, of course, sometimes we are slightly late. Depends on the weather and other circumstances like travel. And by the way, if anyone wants to check the recent live that I did on the other phone, which is the iPhone SE, this is the Samsung one, and of course, yeah, that was in Royston. So remember where you see Royston, because we might go back there again, who knows. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, thank you very much everyone tuning in and sticking with us today. It's a great treat that you are tuning in. So I'll show you very quickly a part of the East Ham Park, because this is the main entrance here. It used to have a sort of bar on the top here to stop lorries going through. Obviously they took it down and to use the gates instead. So this is what I've been talking about here. I might talk a bit more further about it here. And this ramp has recently been put in here by builders a few months back. So someone having a good jog there. So this is the free car park here, and it says welcome to East Town Park. Probably not a lot of people will notice this when they come through here. So yeah, for more information please contact Leisure Services 01284 757 068. So the Edinburgh Borough Council. Well, it's actually now West Suffolk Council. So yeah, it was a part of Edinburgh Borough Council, but of course it's changed, as they do in governments, change a lot. But yeah, this is a bottle bank if anyone's wanting to put some bottles in there. And of course this is the free car park here. Doesn't cost you a penny, but they do close at a certain time. So yeah, I want to show you where, of course, we might do a live afternoon show. Okay, which is quite useful to know. I am quite surprised, by the way, that there's no kiosk open at this time of year when it's gorgeous weather. So yeah, if the council are watching, why haven't they got it open? I don't know why, because you know the restrictions have now been ceased, and of course they could get the business back up and running. So this is what I'd actually use. I've actually got a stand here. Somebody's left their hat there. It's not my hat, by the way. So yeah, probably be removed next time. But yeah, donated to the town park by Haverhill and District. There you go, if you can read that very well. And of course in memory of our member Paul Camies. But it's not easy to read that, but of course that's where we'd be sitting if we were ever to use this location here. And a lot of people be asking, where are we? But yeah, 17 minutes on the clock here that we have been going. So we want to, of course, have a look around here, because this is a nice little part of East Town Park. Looking at the memorials here for the fallen. Thou shalt grow not old, as we are left to grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning we will remember them. For the Fallon, Robert Lawrence Binion. Brilliant. Very, very nice indeed. You can see that for yourself in more full effect there. I'm not often going to use the zoom, but of course it's very, very nice indeed. Look at that. It's not often shown by a lot of people, but we're getting exclusive access here. Can anyone read that? In Flanders fields, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. And from the Flanders fields, John McCrae. There you go. Brilliant, isn't it? If you heard banging sounds, it's not guns going off, by the way. But yeah, some bushes here, not very exciting to look at, but of course I just want to show you this building here. This is the, of course, East Town Park, Haverhill and Keddington voting polling station, if you live in the area of Haverhill. But of course, you know, I don't know whether democracy is going to come back, but hopefully it does, because we want the public to have a choice of what to pick in members of parliament. But there you go. East Town Park Visitor Centre it's called, and remember we heard it, there are bins here. Obviously the park rangers, as they call them in the area, will use these bins. I think anyone can use them actually. But this is the main gate here. There's a defibrillator over there, and that's the main toilets here if you need to use them, gents and ladies there. And of course here is a map. I'll just walk along here. Let's see if the signal will hold out. Sometimes it gets a bit rainy in terms of weather down here. So this is the main information there. Easttown Park. It's the site of the Easttown Park, formerly owned by the Gerting family and attached to a large Victorian residence. It remains the lime and chestnut venue, which was once the main approach to the state's houses. The meadow areas previously used for grazing and farm animals are now managed for a wide variety of wildlife. And there you go. Interesting, useful information. And you've got your park regulations here. So there's another bit of course, information there. Of course, the park is bisected by the disused Haverhill and Sudbury railway line, and to the Stour Brook. Of course, that's the river that flows through it. And both are important wildlife corridors, and that link right through the town. South of the railway embankment is the old oyster bed. This would have been traditionally produced a crop of willow wands for making baskets locally. Interesting, useful information there. And further details, if you need to know, is right here if you want to know. As I said, westsuffolk.gov.uk it's now turned into, and that's the number to ring if you need it. So there you go, West Suffolk Parks. So we are, if you want to know, we are pretty much here at this moment of time. It says you are here, and that's the free car park there. We'll probably head around here, or maybe go and walk our way around here and see where we end up. Okay, that's the children's play space there, which you'll see just there in actual fact. And of course the kiosk is here, and there's a little bit of a garden there, and that's the toilets there. And of course it's the railway walk and the Stour Brook, which is what it's called here, and Motsfield and famous two pictures there. Of course the road end, the middle end, the riverside end, and the cottage end. That's what we used to call it. And that's pretty much where, something around about that area, is the outside gym. Very useful to know. Okay, and this is Chalkstone Way, and that's the sign to the town centre there. Very useful. And this is Sturmer Road there. You can walk all the way along there to get to Red Lion, which is a lovely, beautiful pub. Whoever takes it over, because it's up for sort of, sale at the moment, whoever wants to buy it, because it's owned by Green King, the pub called the Red Lion. So let's move on here. You've got all your park notices here. All that useful information here. If you come along here, you'll see it in more detail. Of course, these are the park rangers' numbers here. Useful to know that. They're all down there. Looks like it's all getting ready for the visitor centre again, which is lovely. Oh, lovely. You can see through there and towards the garden there. I don't know if anyone can see that. Just having a nose. But yeah, look at these paintings here, which of course are beautiful to see, and they have been distributed by, of course, middle schools. Castle Hill, of course, it's no longer a site that is going. These are old pictures that have been here for many years. Castle Hill Middle School, Ira Goodwin. If you notice any of these, if your child notices any of these, let us know in the comments. And of course, Castle Manor Business and Enterprise College, Jessica Westropp and Alex Moore done this picture there. There's many other pictures around the other side as well. Parkway Middle School, Daniel Merkin. If anybody recognises any of these pictures, do let me know in the comments. And happy families, happy days everybody. I'm going to use that as a slogan here. And remember, if any bus driver hears that word or actually says it to me next, will win a prize, maybe an Easter egg or something like that. It's the prize of this. You've got to say to me on my next journey, happy days. Okay. Castle Hill Middle School again, Justine Rivera, and of course the fantastic looking drawings there. So some park benches over there alongside the park just behind it there. So yeah, we are live in Easttown Park, touring with us. Yep, Julian proved that point. The kiosk is actually closed at the moment, but this is another painting. I haven't actually showed this before, but it's nice to see it. Castle Manor Business and Enterprise College, Year 9 completion. There you go. It's nice, isn't it? Have a look at that. It's not just great to see. I can hear some banging inside. They're obviously doing something inside and making it like a visitor centre again. Of course, shop opening times. This is closed for the winter season. It will begin at Easter. Wow, can't wait for that. I bet it'll be actually raining by then. That's the only problem about it. And they've got rid of the social distance sign, so you don't need to deal with that. So pretty much all of this is over. Not everybody would agree, but yeah, Magnum, this is the things that you can buy. Normally they have the prices up here, but of course they're taking them down at the moment. I still think they could open now. But yeah, as you've got people coming down here as well. I'm quite surprised it's not, but there you go. I'd have to go to Esso very shortly, which I'll probably end up going. But yeah, we'll see. Magnum Double Gold Caramel Billionaire. Yeah, okay. Billionaire. Is that the new thing that's going to be the case here instead of a millionaire? A Magnum Ruby, which you can also buy. New chocolate and experience there. And new Magnum Vegan. I've never seen that before. Wow, that is amazing. That is just truly amazing. Look at that. Magnum Ruby and a Magnum Double Gold Caramel Billionaire. So 100% pleasure. I bet that's expensive because vegan is expensive in terms of Beyond Burger, which is in the spoons. And also you've got a plant-based burger or McPlant in McDonald's. So they're all vegan kind of style. So yeah, including an ice cream. I've never seen an ice cream with a vegan ice cream. It'd be nice to try it out and see what it's like. A plant-based one. Is it all money making? I don't know. But yeah, I remember these social distancing signs here when people used to queue up down here. I'm going to actually show you a bit of the garden here if I can. It might be a bit muddy to do it today, but of course it's beautiful weather down here. It's more colder up there, I've noticed that, than it is down here. So yeah, I'll tread carefully here because it is a little bit on the muddy side. But yeah, let's see how the signal takes us here. We do apologise if the signal is a bit quirky and a bit sort of pixelated. That could be due to the signal issues around the area, and of course if EE are watching this now, I'd like them to actually check this out. And of course it may be an issue with EE, it may be an issue with the phone, I don't know, but of course it might be because there's a lot of buildings around. But let's take a look around. I always take a look around here. Look at the beautiful garden here. Just look at that amazing garden here. Of course, it looks like there's a party inside there. What a garden this is. I do hope they open it because it'd be nice to get members of the public to actually sit and enjoy the peaceful garden here and have a little bit of a wander around as well, especially if you've got benches down here. So yeah, this belongs to someone's house now, which of course used to be a haunted house over here before it got burnt down. Well, it was said to be haunted, but of course it got burnt down. It was an old people's home back in the old day, and they had to sort of knock the building down, and now it belongs to residents over there and private property. Lovely beautiful sunset here in Easttown Park. You don't often get to see it, but when you do, it's just nice. So yeah, I'm just basically stepping on these trees here that have been falling away, or falling down actually. But yeah, you are watching Live on Touring with us, with Nick Coffey, live and in living colour. And of course, hello again, and it's nice to be here doing this live video here. I do have some guidance, but they don't always want to be shown on camera. But yeah, I do hope that of course our moderators are able to watch us today, and even if they're watching on replay, massive hello to you. And we've been going for at least 29 minutes testing out this camera for the first time. It's going to be a big ask because people are not used to it. They're all used to my other camera and all that kind of thing. So we'll continue here. That's a good thing about this flipper that's over the camera here. The only thing about this phone is you have to keep updating it all. So of course the visitor centre and shop and toilets are in this direction, as I see and show you here, and of course the toilets are just there if anybody is interested. There's a park just to the right over there for your kids. What a way to actually bring your kids down and have a bit of fun on the slides. It's been a long time since I ever done that. So yeah, look at the scenes here as we walk around here. I hope the battery holds out, because you know I'm not using an external battery, so of course if it does go out at any time, we do apologise, but we hope, as it's a new phone and of course we've got a battery saver on here, that might make a little bit of a difference. I would just check the battery now, in actual fact. Looking good, 83%, which is good. And of course it tests out whether, of course, you know, I would need to have an external battery in the future. But yeah, all looking good so far. So this is the Couples Meadow. Yep, just to prove that very point. So yeah, one day I'll get Julian to come down here more in the summer. So this is the Couples Meadow all along here, and I'm going to head off towards here and somewhere I haven't been for a while, and go all the way around, and then eventually onto the railway track and probably finish the walk somewhere near there. But of course, yeah, the railway walk, which is not far from the Stourbrook River, which is what we might get a chance to see. Sorry about the blur there. Watch out for the hazel, and all the information is there if you need it. Wow, great about parks here. So yeah, we will see a lot of information down here, and useful information as well. And this part of the East Town Park is so far quite dry. So yeah, already I'm sounding confident by talking here, because I'm doing it on my own, which helps a little bit, and I'm not stumbling as much, which is good. So yeah, this is the Sandra's Lee here, the area. This horseshoe pathway is dedicated to the memory of Sandra Cass, and is being generated as a small wildflower meadow within the greater park. Look out for these plants at flowering time. I don't know if it's early for this display, but of course you can see for yourself what these flowers are like and what times of the year. Early summer, probably, I believe that's spring. And you've got the different sort of types as well to look out for: buttercup, white champion, yellow rattle, knapweed, cranesbill, bee orchid, dandelion, cow parsley, cowslip, primrose, ox-eye daisy, and a white champion there. Did I actually say in mid-late summer? Useful to know all this, isn't it? So look at the scenes here. It's absolutely really amazing. If there was ever a film company to come down here, especially on weathers like this, when it is beautiful weather, like it is today here on a Sunday, which is quite rare for a Sunday actually in the Haverhill area, because you know, if you remember last week, it wasn't so nice. And of course, this being of course today's date, which is of course Sunday the 27th of February 2020. We're back here, sorry about that. So yeah, I would say this is Sunday the 27th of February 2022. I thought it